Happy Central, I'm Abigail.
And I'm Kate. We've got breaking news. The state of Michigan just passed a bill stating that juniors no longer have to take the SAT.
April Fools! That is exactly what this Front and Central special is all about. Stick around to hear about the upcoming PSAT and SAT tests, as well as the leadership survey.
From here on out, juniors are on their way to their senior year, wrapping up their final standardized tests and surveys.
Seniors, on the other hand, are just months away from entering the real world. Spooky.
Scary stuff. What's that smell?
Well, Kate, that would be the bittersweet season of standardized testing. If you're wondering where your testing site is, then fasten your seatbelt. Here's Gabe with the inside track.
As many of you may know, in 4 days the students at CHS will be taking the SAT, PSAT, and ACT, depending on what grade they're in. I decided to figure out where that information goes and what's going on at Central.
The tests are required by TCAPS. It's board policy that our juniors complete the SAT and the ACT work keys. The state does not mandate that we give the PSAT 9 and 10. However, we do it as preparation for our students. We think it's a good thing that they get that practice one time per year. First and foremost, they assess college and career readiness, and those scores help do several things. They inform our instruction. They help our teachers gauge the effectiveness of their curriculum. So we adjust based on the test scores when we get the results in early summer. Also, the tests, the SAT specifically, is one of the key pieces with college admissions and college entrance. So depending on how juniors score on the SAT, that may open doors to certain colleges and universities.
Well, it's a big process. We have the MDE, the Michigan Department of Education, has a roster built in, and we make sure that all of our students are accountable and that we have them on those rosters. So it's a constant check to make sure anybody transfers out or transfers in. We start receiving supplies from SAT for the SAT, PSAT 9, PSAT 10, the ACT work keys, and the M-STEP. We have to divide them up, set them up for rosters, get the proctors, get the scheduling.
You may feel kind of lost right now, but there will be information all around the school for you.
So the tests are all over the school, and just in a very general sense, it's a pretty simple layout. So our freshmen will be taking the PSAT 9 in the lower C classrooms. Our 10th graders will take the PSAT 10 in upper C classrooms. The vast majority of juniors will be taking the SAT in the main gymnasium and the auxiliary gymnasium. They'll see rosters posted near all the wing offices, very prominently posted, and you can find your name and it will tell you exactly where you are testing, what your location is.
They shouldn't have snacks or food or drink unless it's previously approved. They will not need any kind of technology, can't have your phone. You can bring your own calculator. There will be a calculator policy. They will be able to tell which ones they can and cannot have there.
We will have a pancake breakfast the morning of the test, so you want to be here sharp and ready to go. You should be in the gymnasium about 7:45 checking in, but we will have a pancake breakfast down in the cafe at 7 o'clock.
So, I wondered what the upperclassmen did for their tests.
I was really anxious going into the SAT the first and only time, but really once you sit down and get going, it's not that bad.
Don't get too stressed out about it. It's not actually as hard as everybody makes it sound, and it's not that bad.
Do some prep, but don't let it get in the way of your schoolwork. Maybe get a $10, $20 prep book, work on that. There's a lot of practice tests through that and online. Really don't sweat it too much. It's just like a normal multiple choice test and essay and most any other class you'd have.
I think the most important thing for our testing students is to just do your best always. Give each answer some thought. Never leave any answers blank. Guessing is always better than leaving it blank. You have a chance of getting it right at that point. Take your time, think about it, do your best. That's the most important thing. Prepare.
Go in there, stay hydrated, go in there with some confidence, get some good night's sleep. Just make sure you're listening to Mrs. Medertzma because she's going to get you that vocab that you need.
Well, Central, be sure to get lots of rest and maybe even study a bit over the weekend. This has been Gabe Howard reporting for Front and Central.
Good luck, Trojans, on your testing experience.
It can be stressful, but if we did it, so can you. Here's a recap on the where and what of testing day, next Tuesday, April 9th.
The day will begin with a free pancake breakfast for juniors in the cafeteria at 7 a.m. Bring your appetite.
All 9th through 11th grade students are to report for testing at 7:55 a.m.
If you're in 9th grade, report to Lower C building.
10th grade students are to report to Upper C building.
Juniors are to report to the big and little gyms.
Please find your name on the list posted near the principal offices in both Upper and Lower C building and F building for specific room assignments prior to Tuesday.
Seniors who have been assigned to are to meet with Mr. Jones and Miss Woofter in the LMC from 8 to 11 a.m.
All seniors are expected to attend a mandatory meeting from 11:45 a.m. to 12:40 in the auditorium. Seniors can pick up all caps and gowns at this time as well.
Time is flying. Seniors, the Black and Gold Quarterly wants to feature your work in the last issue of the year.
Students can check your email and respond to the questions about stuff like where you're going to college and other random topics.
The BGQ staff will be tracking down every single senior for this information, so responding to the email is in your best interest.
In more important news, there will be a Whopper eating contest taking place next Friday during first lunch only. Sign up is required.
Every day, thousands of kids and teenagers attend school. The world has changed. School is a place that should be safe and secure, but unfortunately, these days that's not always the case. We as students are concerned. The staff is just as concerned as you are. That concern has led Central's Leadership Council to put together a survey to get genuine, honest answers about how safe students feel in school on a day-to-day basis. Here is Front and Central's Olivia Edwardson with more.
Central staff want to hear the student body's voice on how they feel when in school. Today, you will get the opportunity to take a survey created by the Staff Leadership Council.
We're asking students to take a survey that's all about our school culture. So what we really want to know is, how do they feel about school? How do they feel about their classmates, about their teachers? Do they feel like this is a safe place to be?
It was created just because we talk a lot about culture in our building, and we really want to know what the students think. So we just want their honest opinion of what they think of the school culture here at Central, and then what we can do to make it better.
We've broken apart into different committees, and I've been fortunate enough to be part of the School Culture and Climate Committee, and we've spent a couple months working on this survey and really just trying to get a feel for what do we need to know from the students, and how can we provide a better learning environment.
So we just want to kind of get a sense for the type of school culture that we have. And the end goal of that, of course, is to take measures to improve the school culture, to make sure that all of our students are feeling safe, to make sure that they feel like they have somebody they can talk to at school, whether it's another student or a teacher or a staff member.
As a staff, we've really been working to try to make sure that every single student is known, is appreciated, is celebrated here at Central. And so we've had a number of meetings where we really try to identify who our students are, what the general trends are.
You know, I think that students are used to taking perhaps like the Olveus survey, and one of the issues that we found with that is that we don't get those results right away, and we didn't really get to craft that survey ourselves. It doesn't necessarily address all of the things that we're trying to prioritize as far as creating a positive school climate. So I'm really hoping that students take it seriously and answer honestly and not as a joke, so that we can get an accurate reading of, you know, what our school climate is, because otherwise it's going to be difficult for us to make choices in how to improve it.
So, and we really believe that when students feel connected, they're able to focus the learning environment, doing well in school, and then they also feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves.
To take the survey, go into your student email and click the link that has been sent to you. This has been Olivia Edwardson reporting for Front and Central.
Here's your chance to let the Central staff know how you feel about the safety and overall environment here at Central.
Log into your email account and take the survey now.
That's all for this special news report from Front and Central. Join us next Friday for our second Top Dog competition. Keep it real, Traverse City.